Hi Gemini, welcome back to Tarot Wisdom. This is your reading for July 2019, July 1st to the 31st. For all of you who are returning, welcome back. To all of you who have subscribed, I thank you very much. And for anyone who is new to the channel, I welcome you and I invite you all to like, subscribe, and share. You can comment also if you want. Like I said, this reading is for Geminis. Geminis, you guys have a pretty mixed bag. Let me see, you have 5 major arcana cards. Now I did Taurus and Aries before you guys, and a lot of people are having a lot of cups or a lot of major arcanas. You guys have the most major arcana cards. So like I said, I said it in Aries and I'll say it with you guys too. It's a pivotal month for you guys. I did pick out a Keepers of the Light Oracle card and one Loving Words from Jesus. Now the Oracle cards I shuffle. Sorry about my angel. I'm moving the table a lot. The Oracle cards I shuffle. I shuffle the Loving Words from Jesus, but then I take, basically I don't shuffle them like I would shuffle a tarot, because that is not a tarot deck. It's inspiration. Okay? So, but the Oracle cards I do shuffle like the tarot, just for y'all's information there. So let's get into your reading. You come out with the Knight of Swords. This is you guys' energy, Swords energy. Then you come out with the Seven of Wands. Excuse me. Major Arcana, the Emperor. Major Arcana, the Magician. I always take air signs as the Magician cards. But I mean, anybody can have the Magician in their reading. But yeah. Then you come up with the Five of Swords. Then the Death card. Major Arcana. Major Arcana, the Hierophant. Then it's the Three of Swords, and I did pick a clarifier, so we'll see. Then the Major Arcana of the World. You see how many major arcanas you guys have? So it's something big in the scheme of you guys, is this year for you guys. July is like I said, a pivotal month. I was telling Aries and Taurus, I think that maybe it might have to do something with this Cancer. It's a new moon. I think it's a new moon coming up from what I've been reading and stuff. And it's going to be eclipse. Now it's not going to be eclipse in the Americas, or not, I don't think in parts of Europe. I have to see, but it's going to be eclipse in a certain part of the world, but that we feel the effects of it. So I'll get in with the read, and just keep that in mind. And that's on July 2nd, which is tomorrow. I'm taping this on the 1st. So you guys come into the month. It's almost like either you're bringing the message or someone is bringing a clear-cut, concise message to you guys. And it's coming in fast. And whatever the message is, you guys are going to stand your ground on it. So I'm not sure if this is romantic, or if it has to do with your job. For some reason with Geminis, a lot of stuff tends to focus around work. I don't know if you guys connect yourselves with whatever you do as far as your career, but a lot of things seem to come out as work. But it looks like you guys will have to defend yourselves, and you will, because then the Emperor comes out. It's almost like you take on your own self. Even though the Emperor is the Aries card, fiery, you're going to feel fired up about something in your life. Okay? And the Magician comes next, which is more of you guys' energy to me. And he has the wand, the sword, the pentacle, and the cup. So it could be anything, I'm guessing. But it's something you guys are defending, and you have the ability. Because when you use your passions up from the Seven of Wands, that passion, and is ignited. If you see on the top of his wand, let me get it straight, it's a light There's no light on the other people's wands that are coming against them, but there's a light. So y'all ignite that spark that you come into the month with. There's also a spark on the Knight of Swords, on his sword. Let me get it clear. See that spark? It's almost like you carrying the truth out passionately. Some truth that you find out. And then comes up, after the Magician, is the Five of Swords. Now, a lot of people say that this card is a hollow victory. But for you guys, I'm not seeing it that way. When I look at this card, I see more of the sun coming through. You see the rays? The sun is coming through. And it may be something that you have to kind of use your wits about. You might not want to. I'm seeing that you guys might not want to maybe use information that you have against somebody, but it might have to be. That's how I'm feeling from this reading with this Five of Swords. Because the Five of Swords is saying it's a victory, but who really won? But I'm seeing you guys as the winner, because a transformation is going to be made. Because you have the Death card, and it's a major transformation. Some type of transformation is going to be made for you guys in the month of July. Because next, right up after that, you have another major arcana, the Hierophant. So through you guys standing your ground and almost showing up as the Emperor, you're going to be able to manifest things with that Magician card coming up. You're going to have the power to manifest things, and you may have to battle, because the Five of Swords is right under the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Wands, I'm sorry. The Seven of Wands is saying hold your ground. The Five of Swords is saying, yeah, you're going to be victorious. But they're saying, was it worth it? In this reading, yeah, that sun is coming up over that battlefield. And it might be something that was necessary, but a transformation is going to be made because of it. Because of the action that you took, maybe verbally or mentally, or something you had to do. Then with the Hierophant coming up, it's almost telling you that, because in all these cards, there's nobody else. I'm noticing that, except for the Seven of Wands, where you have to stand your ground. It's the opposition coming up, but there's no cards. But it's telling, with this Hierophant, it's telling me that you do have people, and I know this is weird because the Hierophant card is always like higher education, higher learning, but in this instance, I'm taking it as you have higher. There are other people. Maybe it's the spirit world. When you feel alone, you're not really alone. And that's what I'm getting from this Hierophant card. There are higher powers working in you guys' favor. Okay? And I know that sounds strange coming from the Hierophant card, but that's what I'm seeing. Then it's the Three of Swords, which kind of took me off balance, because the rest of it was so victorious and you guys standing up for yourself. Then the Three of Swords came. So the Three of Swords usually depict some type of heartbreak. And then it's the World card that comes up. I'm sorry, you guys. My allergies are starting up. So me clearing my throat. I know it sounds rude, but I apologize. But you have the World card. So with this Three of Swords, I had to ask for clarifier, because I'm like, what could they be heartbroken about, or what feels painful to them? And the Four of Wands came out. And that's your foundation, that's your home life, and it's the building, the beginning of it. It's the start of it. And here are the people. Finally, I'm like, other people showed up in the card. And so I think you guys don't want to be heartbroken. That's what the thing is, because it was clarified by the Four of Wands. You don't want to be clarified. You don't want to be heartbroken because of decisions that you have to make to make sure that your foundation is stable. That's, basically what it is. You don't want to be heartbroken because of that. So that's not an outcome card. This is the outcome card, the clarifier. So you guys don't want to be, you don't want to regret things. But the Hierophant and the World card, but this, the Hierophant and the World card are both facing this Four of Wands that came out to clarify. So you have support all around you. That's what I'm seeing through these cards. Even though with the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Wands, all these cards is almost like standalone cards. You know, it is people in the Five of Swords, but you guys are depicted as the person who is victorious with the sword raised. And he doesn't look smug. He's almost like, okay, this was necessary. You know, like I said, the clouds are parting. So some action that you may have to speak out on or something that, you know, you don't want to do because you don't want your foundation. You don't want it to be like a heartbreak situation. You know, whatever your foundation, whatever you're rooted in, whether it's your family life or just your home life in general, because everybody's family is different, right? Whoever or whatever you take as your family, but you have support. You know, you can always, even though in these cards it's kind of like I said, standalone. With the Hierophant, it's organizations, it's higher powers, and that usually is groups. You know, so even if you don't have those physical groups that you can rely on, or you think you don't, they're in another dimension or another. You probably can't see them. Let's put it that way. If you feel like you're alone in this world, you're not. Yeah, that's the message I think is trying to come out, because the end result is, you guys, you know, the world, that's like a completion. So you doing whatever it is, you guys standing your ground, you guys will be victorious. And it's something that probably has to be done for you guys to make this major transformation in your lives, you know. And there is going to be support. There is going to be support. I don't know if you guys have to get lawyers to help back you up. That could be another thing. Going to whatever church or organization you guys belong to for spirituality, whatever organization you belong to, because you don't want your foundation to be, you know, put at test. You don't want it to end up in heartbreak. And I don't think it will. I don't think it will, because it was clarified by this. So we can you kind of look at this card, the Three of Swords, but you can kind of ignore it and just know that if you stay in your truth, this will be okay. Your foundation will be okay. Either you're going to be starting a new foundation, or the foundation that's already built for you guys is going to be stable. You know, you may have to ask for help, you know, because you guys done so much, or are going to be doing so much on your own. So, like I said, it ends with the World card, which is a completion and a beginning at the same time. You know, so you guys looks like you're wrapping up a big phase in your life. So, like I said, I'm not really sure if it's like on a love note or spiritual. I think this is more spiritual for you guys. You know, it's information that you guys are going to be getting. And spirituality can be on so many levels, so it's according to how each one of you takes it. But the fact of the matter is, you guys do have a firm foundation that I know you guys, or the beginning of one is starting. And I know you guys may feel a little nervous, maybe about speaking your truths and taking actions and saying things that you normally wouldn't say, but it may get you to the next level, whereas though you can feel as though you're not alone, that you have backup. This transformation will happen, but it's like almost a battle that feels like you're by yourself at the beginning, but you're definitely not. You definitely have support, guys. So, on to the Keepers of the Light Oracle. And the card, like I said, I shuffled, and this is what came out for you guys. And it's Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. Okay, yeah. You are safe. Angels, stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Alright, so let me read Archangel Michael. That sounds... Alright, page 20. Yeah, so you guys don't feel alone. I had to say that to Leo Reed in a couple of months, well, maybe 2 months back. Okay, it says, Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Archangel Michael, often known as Saint Michael, is one of the 4 major archangels in the Abrahamic religions. His twin flame is faith. He is loved all over the world because he is the patron saint of protection. He wields a bright sword of light to help us detach from dramas, challenges, or fears. And that's weird. Y'all did get a lot of swords. Even though that's y'all energy, it's almost like, yeah, y'all, this card, the bright sword and everything. So some kind of information, or you guys are protected. Yeah. Let me read it over because I started my babbling again. Okay. Archangel Michael, Saint Michael, is one of 4 major archangels in the Abrahamic religions. His twin flame is faith. He is loved all over the world because he is the patron saint of protection. He wields a bright sword of light to help us detach from dramas, challenges, or fears. His name means he who is like God, and his fiery presence helps awaken our leadership skills and reminds us that we have the capability to connect with heaven. If challenges are present in your life, call on Michael to bring his sword of light to energetically disconnect you from what's no longer serving you. The extended message is, your angel team is with you. You are not in this alone. You may be feeling sensitive or overwhelmed, but your angels are inviting you to take a step back so that they can come in and share the light of miracles. You may feel that your prayers aren't heard, but that doubt blocks solutions from entering your life. Know that Archangel Michael and his legion of angels are here to clear anything that's not serving you so that you can allow in miracles of change that you deserve. And yeah, that ties in. So yeah, you guys are being watched over. That Hierophant, you just have to, if you need help, ask, guys. Gemini, just ask. You have backup in that spiritual realm, because you don't want this 3 of Swords to permeate, and I don't think it is. You want this to stay intact, and like I said, these 2 cards are looking at that 4 of Wands, the Hierophant in the world. So yeah, just ask for help if you need it. It's hard, it's humbling, but I mean, with all these, the Knight of Wands, the 7 of Wands, and the 5 of Swords, it's like you don't have to fight alone all the time. Sometimes, yes, we have to walk a road alone, but there's always somebody that can help. Our card from the Loving Words of Jesus is, be not afraid, only believe. And that's Mark chapter 5, verse 36, guys. So yeah, and it's depicted of him like kind of helping the little child up. We all need help from time to time, Gemini. And I believe you guys are going to be successful over whatever situations that you do have to conquer. So I wish you guys a great rest of the month of July. I'll be back for your mid-months. So until then, enjoy the rest of your summer. All right, take care.